As we are already pretty much a third of the way through the 2021 NBA season, you guys know as well as I do there have been a plethora of talks and people discussing who is going to win the 2021 NBA MVP award when it's all said and done. And with a lot of these discussions taking place, there have been a lot of players mentioned from all around the league. Some of these players do include LeBron James, Kevin Durant, Nikola Jokic, Joel Embiid, Luka Doncic, etc. But to me personally, there seems to be one player who has been absolutely dominating throughout the course of the season so far and has really not been talked about in terms of the MVP discussions. And I'm sure as you've seen from the title of this video, yes, this man is Stephen Curry. And if you are one of the people that do not believe Stephen Curry is in the top 3 or top 5 running for the MVP award right now, I'm hoping at least that your mind will be changed by the end of this video. And ultimately, I'm hoping that Steph Curry starts receiving the media attention he deserves to be in this MVP race. As always, you guys, I am very excited to get into this video and break this down for you guys. But before we do, you all know the drill. I'm going to give you guys 5 seconds right now to go down below and subscribe. If you are a fan of the NBA, I promise you this is the right channel for you. You guys, we're coming out with brand new NBA videos every single week. So make sure to hit that push notification bell when you're down there as well. That way you get notified every single time I post a brand new video. Also, while you're down there, if you could, you guys, don't forget to slap a like on the video as well. I really do appreciate all the support you guys have been giving me recently. I can't say thank you enough for that. I love you guys, but I'm going to stop wasting your time and let's get into this video. Alright, so first things first, as I'm making this video, I'm sure there are going to be some people watching that have already said to themselves and are typing in the comments that are typing along the lines of, what are you talking about? Steph Curry is definitely top 3 or top 5 in the MVP running right now. But after doing some research of NBA analysts' early lists for the MVP running as well as odds makers lists at this current moment in time, Steph Curry has not been top 3 in any of these lists that I have seen, as well as not even top 5 in most of them. In fact, just to use this as an example, one of the biggest odds makers I know and use quite often is Sports Betting Dime, have this as their current list the day I am making this video as who they believe is going to win the NBA MVP award, listing LeBron James as the frontrunner right now, followed by Nikola Jokic, Joel Embiid, Kevin Durant, Luka Doncic, Giannis, and then Stephen Curry, currently putting him at a mere 7th place. And don't get me wrong, you guys, I am not trying to downgrade or disrespect anybody above Steph Curry in this list right now, as all of these players have been absolutely balling out to start this season. I just personally feel like with what Stephen Curry has been doing on the basketball court so far this season, he has been merely underappreciated and under-recognized. And let me continue on into some of my biggest points of why I feel like he should be higher on this list. To start things off, if you're an NBA fan, I'm sure you all remember the spectacular season Steph Curry had in the 2015 to 2016 season, where his team in the regular season finished with a 73-9 record, along with Steph Curry receiving the first ever unanimous MVP award. And in this season, because I'm sure most of you do not know the averages from this season from Steph off the top of your head, which were averages of 30 points, 5.5 rebounds, and around 7 assists per game, while also shooting 50% from the field overall and an absurd 45.5% from 3 throughout the entire course of the season. And I think it's safe to say when most people look at those numbers, they will come to a consensus agreement and say, yeah, that is deserving of an MVP award, even a unanimous MVP award. But the craziest thing about those numbers, you guys, is that he is pretty much putting up identical averages to his unanimous MVP season so far this year. And yet somehow, like we already mentioned, he has not really been in the MVP discussion so far. As so far this season, he has been putting up averages of 30 points, 5.5 rebounds, and 6 assists per game, while shooting just under 50% from the field overall, along with 43.5% from 3 so far. Which, I mean, when you end up putting these numbers side by side and comparing them, like I said, they are pretty much identical so far. And I know I've already said it multiple times, but it's worth mentioning again that we are comparing these numbers to the first ever unanimous MVP in NBA history. And I do know as well that the team accomplishment of 73 wins throughout the entire course of the regular season definitely had a contributing factor to Steph Curry winning this MVP award. However, I still feel like this point in itself of him pretty much putting up the exact same numbers should say something and should have him in the MVP discussion more than he has been so far. I don't know though, that may just be me. Let me know what you guys think about this. And another point of why I feel like he should be in this MVP conversation can go unsaid, but I'm gonna say it anyway for the point of this video, that if you want to know what the definition of carrying a team is, if you have watched any or all of the Warriors games so far this season, you can see that that the definition of getting carried is what Stephen Curry is doing with the Golden State Warriors right now. And for those of you that also did not know, right now the Warriors currently sit at the 8th seed in the Western Conference with a 14-12 record so far, which is a pretty decent record for this team so far, especially with the fact that they are not playing without their other all-star Klay Thompson. But this stat in itself will add emphasis to my point that I am trying to make to you guys of how much Steph Curry is carrying the Golden State Warriors. As out of those 14 wins they have so far throughout the course of the season, only 2 of these wins have came with Steph Curry dropping less than 25 points, which pretty much just states the obvious that the Warriors are literally riding or dying with Stephen Curry every single night. If he drops 25 plus, the odds are ever in their favor that they are probably going to win the game, or they're going to have a lot better chance of doing so. And if he has an off night or he just doesn't have a good game in general, they are screwed. And the numbers we've seen so far this season definitely show it. As it was very depressing to all NBA fans when we saw that Klay Thompson was once again going to miss another complete season with a torn Achilles. There's really no one else on this Golden State Warriors team that can step up themselves, become the leader, and win the game for the team like Steph currently does. Which once again, I only think is adding to his case of why he should be in this discussion. On top of this, at the beginning of the year, I was in the same boat as I was not putting Steph Curry in my MVP discussion, as the Warriors kind of had a sluggish start to the season. I'm not gonna lie with this, but the run that not necessarily the Warriors in itself, but more so Stephen Curry individually has had so far throughout the course of the month of February, it has truly been on another level and has really opened my eyes to think that maybe this man can come away with his 3rd MVP award at the end of the season. As so far through the month of February, through the Golden State Warriors 6 games, his point totals have been 38, 28, 57, 32, 32, and 40, which I don't care how you spin it in any way, shape, or form, are some absurd numbers so far. And if he can keep up the run that he has been doing so far this month, I'd say it's inevitable that people have to start throwing him into their MVP talks. Kind of getting back into the fact of the Warriors team record and how much this will play a factor into Steph being in the MVP discussion, I do know for a fact that since the 1985 NBA season, there have only been 2 MVP award winners that have not been on a team in the top 2 rankings in either of the conferences, which I do know when you are looking at a stat like this kind of stack the odds against Steph to win the MVP award. But this video was not made to make a case for Steph Curry winning the MVP award, as we have so much time left in this season. Time will only tell what is going to unfold. I am simply just doing this to make an attempt to get the narrative started and kind of get this idea in people's minds that Steph should be ranked higher in this than he currently is by most. But in all honesty, the fact that only 2 people have been able to do this, not being a top 2 team in their conference since 1985, I feel like if anybody were to become the 3rd, it would be Stephen Curry this year. Or even Luka Doncic, I'll throw him in there too, because the narrative around him for winning the MVP award this year has been crazy so far. But either way, it's going to get really interesting as we get down the stretch of the season and see how the MVP race is going to unfold when it's all said and done. But you guys, after that little spiel on Stephen Curry today, I think that is going to mark the end of this video. I want to get your opinion on the MVP race as well, you guys, so let me know in the comments down below who you think is the front runner for the MVP award at this current moment in time when you are watching this video. We've been getting a lot of different answers from fans all around the league so far to the start of this season, and I'm really curious who you guys think is the front runner right now, so please let me know. Once again, you guys, if you haven't already, don't forget to go down below to leave a like on the video and subscribe. We're coming out with brand new videos every single week covering pretty much any NBA topic you could possibly think of. You guys don't want to miss out, I promise you this. But on that note, once again, thank you guys so much for watching. I appreciate each and every one of you. You guys are the best. I love y'all, and I'll see you in the next video.